Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Fridays, and today is Saturday, so you might, Sunday, so you might be asking yourself, what's up? And as I just wrote in the chat, I got free time, I got nothing better to do, so it was either doing the Bitcoin Daily, doing some trading, but I don't have time for trading, so that's out of or making some kind of videos for trading, for some altcoins or something like that, Bitcoin, whatever. But I was like, you know what, I'm in the mood to talk. I slept well. Let's chat with people in the on live. How's everybody doing? Milan is in the chat. How you doing, man? Public, we're going all in, definitely. Yeah, very soon, maybe viral video. TLA, so many good days in a row, I'm getting scared. Too many good days in a row. We gotta know, Jürgen. Yeah, a bearish, not so much. So somebody in the chat wrote also that this is some kind of head and shoulders pattern. Target for the head and shoulders pattern is of course very predictable down here, down some kind of 21.8. But I'm still saying that this can bounce off of here on the support. A lot of things that we can go down to the 50 moving average and bounce off of that. I mean, there is options how this can play out. I'm not saying that any of these lines are actually legit or not, but and we might already have broken it. Now there is support right below us up here. You can see here we are bouncing a little bit off that support. It already looks kind of a little bit weak up here. You can see up here we tried to get up above 20, failed that, made this nice curvature above the 20 up here. Curvature is changing around, but I'm still giving it hope that this is gonna bounce towards upside because we are very bullish, unfortunately. And you know what happens every time we are very bullish, or when I am very bullish, we go down. So it might be that we are gonna go on the downside. Now there is a very nice channel up here being created. We've been trying to create this channel several times. Just bounce 1-2%, not to move like you are drawing it. Yeah, drawings might not be a very realistic to the what's actually happening. So as you can see up here, this might be some kind of channel over here. This channel might actually be drawn differently as well. You might draw it something like this over here, give or take. And technically we are outside of the channel right now. If you draw it like this part over here, right, then we went out, failed to get in, right now curving towards the downside. This is just right now going towards the support up here, and then goes even further towards the downside. This is very realistic thing that can actually happen right now. The support up here, once it starts breaking, it can drop. The thing about these drops in a bullish market, in a bullish trend, the thing about the drop, oftentimes these things up here, once they drop below the support up here, they do tend to have a volatile drop towards the downside. But you will see, if we are bullish, that once the drop happens, it kind of doesn't drops down. It goes down, but it doesn't straight line drop down. I mean, in bearish trends, you will see these are very devastating moves, and they just drop down big time, right? But in a bullish trends, they don't drop that fast. Head and shoulders double top, and if it invalidates both, well, I guess the coin didn't fall the right way. Yeah. Hello, Steven. How you doing, man? So what am I looking at over here? Well, I'm being bullish because we are above the support. So there is that. It can bounce back up at any moment. So I'm looking for this move up here above the moving averages. If that happens, if this move above the moving averages happens, all is good and dandy. We are bullish again. On the other hand, if it starts dropping below the support line, we are looking for some kind of consolidation and a lower time frames. Now today is Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. That means that stuff is gonna start happening tomorrow, and we are at very critical level. We are at monthly 50 and 10 moving average. We are hitting this major resistance level up here. We are hitting the major resistance up here. The big question is, are we gonna be able to get above that resistance by the end of the month? Because this is a monthly time frame, monthly major resistance level. It corresponds very nicely with the moving averages and this top up here. So the big question is, we got 9 days left. We got 9 days left until the monthly is closed. The big question is, are we going to manage to get above the 50 moving average by the end of the 9 days? Because if you do that, of course, we become very bullish. We become very bullish. Did you see my 3-day channel? No, I did not see your 3-day channel. Let's see up here. Where did Mladen post his 3-day channel? This is weekly channel. This is earnings. This is something else. This is Garrett. Garrett actually has nice charts now. I like clean charts. This is actually from Binance. Yeah, this is from Binance chart, but you know, it's very clean and nice. I like it. Any kind of chart that's very clean and nice, and you know, it shows whatever you want me to show me. I like watching that. What happened here, man? What happened here? How did you get Bybit token just explode to 70% 1 year ago? How did you get this up? I don't get it. Is Bybit token being shielded on YouTube? 3-day chart. There's Mladen's 3-day chart. Here we go. 3-day chart by Mladen. Very nice tops up here. This looks like a cup and handle pattern. If it is a cup and handle pattern, it might actually pull back up here. But it is nice resistance level up here. Let's try to draw this up here. Because we are way too zoomed in. Because, you know, lately, you know, we are way too zoomed in. We are, you know, looking at very, very short time frames over here. So, you know, we might, you know, zoom out a little bit and see actually how it's happening. So let's go to the 3-day chart up here. And guys, I've seen a lot of people doing charts like this, and you know, this is just preference. But when you have a chart, let's go to 4-hourly time frame. When you have a chart and you have a bazillion, you know, candles, and you cannot see actually candles open and closes, the best thing to do is to change the, you know, time frame. Because right now you can actually see candles. Then you go up even more. 2-day time frame, lot less candles. You can see candles where they open and close. 3-day time frame, even better, right? This over here is a lot easier to analyze than whatever this is, right? Because when you zoom, I mean, sure, you can still see, you can still see tops and lines and stuff like that, but it's not very useful. So, you know, there is reason why we have time frames, and time frames are for actually doing exactly this kind of thing. So you have less candles and it's easier to analyze. It can go above the retest. So the line that Mladen is proposing is go something like this over here. And it is a very nice line. So we are hitting definitely some kind of resistance up there. There is also the monthly 50 moving average. There is a monthly resistance up here, 23.3. So a lot of people are looking at this level up here. And right now the question is, will they pull back? This could be assumed as some kind of a cup and handle pattern, but it's kind of a weird cup and handle. Time frames to the moon. I know what you mean. So this is actually quite nice. This is actually quite nice. And let's see if we can get any kind of other, you know, lines up here on the chart. This was one of the lines that were actually quite nice. You can see up here how nicely it is being, you know, confirmed up here. 1, 2 hits up here, hitting this the 3rd time, and then, you know, blasting through this towards the upside. Yeah, but this line is played out. This line is played out. So yeah, the line is actually quite nice. Especially like these, you know, these bottoms down here in the back. This touch up here, and right now almost the same kind of touch. These kind of lines would be even better. Let's try to draw it using trend lines up here. Let's go to 2-day time frame. Just see if you can get a little bit more specific on the lines. Maybe something like this. Maybe you got a little bit more room to go. It's not that line, but it's fine to me. Okay. Okay, man. I appreciate that you let me go. Are letting me go away with it. Letting me get away with it. That's nice. Let me just copy the chart. Where is your line? Top. Okay, so these two tops up here. So he thinks that it's this one up here and this one up here. Yeah, it is nice. Okay, we might agree or disagree on the exact point where the line should be. I really like these, you know, these bottoms down here and these tops up here. So maybe something like this up here. I'm gonna go with this one. I don't know why. I like this one over here. If I'm on Solana from this current pop, should I sell? A lot of people are bearish long term with Solana. What is your feel and understanding with Solana? I don't have any feelings, you know, understanding. It's a channel. Yeah, it might be a channel. So we, where would we draw the channel? Top up here, down here. Maybe it's a, you know, no, but when it comes to channels, I would rather draw the channel this way over here. I would rather draw the channel this way over here. I don't know why. I think something like this over here. Because it hits these stops up here. It kind of cuts these stops down here a little bit. Give or take. And then, you know, maybe it's hitting the stop up here. I would rather draw the channel this way over here than this way up here. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. We are at some kind of top. The big questions are, of course, what's the next move? What's the next move? And we can look at a little bit on the why I'm removing this every single time and it just keeps on popping up. So if you look at our RSI right now, we got a bearish divergence on the RSI. We got a bearish divergence on the RSI, but this is on the daily time frame. If you look at it on the 2-day time frame, there is no bearish divergence. If you look at it on the 2-day time frame, there is no bearish divergence up here. The price is still, and RSI is still going towards the upside. So, you know, which is more important, 2-day, daily time frame, and the weekly time frame is not that high. It's hitting this 50 level up here, some kind of mid level up here, but we already broke the, you know, RSI trend from you know, the previous stop up here. So you can see here we have broken this, and right now we are bouncing towards upside big time. So when it comes to weekly time frame, we are not overbought. We are not overbought, and the MACD is still going towards the zero line. It's still not above the zero line, but it's going towards zero line. Let me show you one time where we actually went. Let me see if it was 2014. Yeah, so 2014 is playing. I've been saying a lot of times that, you know, 2014-15 is more like the bottom that we are having right now. And you can see up here on the MACD that the MACD is going towards the upside. And then increases the speed towards the zero line before it pulls back, and then it crosses the zero line. So how did this actually play on the chart? So you can see up here, we have been going towards the zero line up here, and then exploded towards the zero line just up here, where we had pullback, and then we crossed it with this big move towards the upside. Are we gonna have something similar to that right now? Because if you watch the chart, and we're just analyzing the MACD right now. So right now we are exploding towards the zero line up here. We're exploding towards zero line. And then we have this, you know, pullback up here, pullback down here, right? And then we cross the zero line up here at somewhere, right? Some other point. This can as well be very, very, you know, interesting scenario if it's gonna play out the same way. We can split the chart up here in two. This is let's go 2014 up here. Let's remove the RSI and the TLA overextension indicator. So you can see up here, it's going towards up, right up here. We can remove the moving averages as well. So we're going some kind of sideways motion up here while the MACD has been moving towards the upside. But it did not cross the zero line, and then had a pullback back down to the same levels up here. And then it actually crossed the zero line, which is what we are looking for, right? So let's do the same thing up here. And remove this and this one up here as well. This is a daily time frame, weekly time frame, weekly. Where is weekly? There we go. The same kind of setup. I don't know why this actually pops up all the time. So you can see up here, it is playing kind of the same way. It is kind of playing the same way. We have the same, you know, kind of, you know, sideways movement up here, sideways movement, where we actually going up with the MACD. MACD is going towards the upside, and then it explodes towards the zero line up here. It explodes towards the zero line, right? Just like over here. But it comes to these stops up here, right? It comes to these stops up here, and then it pulls back. So maybe we're just gonna explode, pull back up here, and then at a later point, then break the 25k and then explode, and that get this big short squeeze up here. That's gonna actually play out. I mean, it is possibility, and I've been saying for a long time now that the zero line on the MACD on the weekly time frame is hugely important. This line over here, breaking this line towards the upside, that's that's the difference between being in some kind of bull trend or bullish market structure and being in some kind of bearish market structure, right? So that's what we look for. And also the 2014-15 bottom down here, it does remind me the most of what we are experiencing right now. 2019 bottom down here, it's nothing like what we are going through right now. So it's a little bit different. In order to explode first time, it looks like it should reach values over 25, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I mean, these levels are above 24.3. It's a very important, because you can see here, once we came down to to the bottom here at 19-20k, we never got above that. So this accumulation phase needs to get above that, and the reason for that is once you get above that, you kind of create this higher high up here. It doesn't matter how you draw it. Right now we still have a higher high. We are breaking this level up here as well, and the only level left that to break is around 24-25k. So we are definitely coming to some kind of top right now. The big question is it gonna play like 2014, where we go up here, we pull back and then we cross the zero line down here on the MACD towards the upside? It could definitely happen, but I'm in no disbelief. I don't think that we are anymore in the bear market. I think this is transition into the very strong bullish trend. Now the big question is this just gonna continue towards the upside up here, or is gonna do the move up, down, up again, and so forth, right? Because we had right now very strong bullish move towards the upside. And there we go, we are bouncing off of this this line down here that we drew right now, but we are still not above the moving averages up here, and right now we're just coming up to the moving averages up here. So there is a lot of selling pressure going on here, because people have been using a lot of time to convince people that we are bullish, and then we went to 23k and everybody's like, yes, we are bullish, and right now everybody believes we are bullish. So we gotta maybe pull back a little bit. We're going to start buying when we break all-time high. Yeah, at some point, people will eventually, FOMO in. There's a lot of people that are still hoping for a pullback. But you saw what happened here, guys, right? You saw what happened here. We went up to, very fast to some kind of, 20k. And then we did this zigzag movement up here. And everybody was, oh, please, let it drop down so I can buy the dip, right? And people got the dip. But nobody, there were not many people buying the dip. They were still scared this is going to go lower. They were very scared this is gonna go lower. So it's very easy to say I'm gonna buy the dip, but when the dip actually comes, if you do not believe it inside yourself, if you do not believe it so strongly that this is the bull market, it's just gonna that's the dip, you're not gonna buy the dip. If you read bearish FUD, if you read listen to YouTubers like Crypto Savvy, and you're thinking we are going down to 10k and stuff like that, you're not gonna buy the dip. That's just a matter of fact. The people who buy the dip are people who are very convinced that this is the bull market and dips are for buying. And people who do not buy the dip, they don't have this, they don't have this conviction inside themselves to buy the dip. It's really hard to buy the dip. Best you gotta think like data science sport better, yeah. So if your convictions are very strong, you can watch whatever you want. But if your convictions are not very strong, you're gonna be, always following what other people are saying. Assume this: there is a new coin. You don't know anything about the coin, so you look at some kind of YouTube video and you figure out, wow, this coin is actually quite legit and good. So you buy that coin, and the coin starts dipping towards downside. As soon as the coin starts dipping towards downside, you get a little bit scared, because let's be honest, you don't know much about coin. The only thing that you know about the coin is what you heard from this YouTube guy. So the dip starts dipping, and of course, as soon as something starts dipping, the FUD comes out, because people want lower prices for whatever they're trying to buy. So the FUD comes out, this coin is dead, this coin is dead. If you do not have conviction that that coin is the best buy you have ever done, you will sell that on the first dip. Why? Because you do not have conviction. Your conviction comes from the YouTube guy that actually, told you to buy the coin. So right now, unless that YouTube guy comes out and says this is a FUD, you know, it's gonna go up. So you either have to believe the YouTube guy or you have to believe the coin. You know, if you believe the YouTube guy, you buy whatever the YouTube guy says you're gonna buy, you buy, and then you believe, you know, then it's up to him whether the FUD is real or not, right? If the YouTube guy, you know, falls for FUD as well, then you're probably gonna sell. But the thing is, the conviction about the coin, doesn't matter whether that's Bitcoin or a bull market, something like that, the conviction is what keeps you, you know, avoiding the FUD. And you'll see that a lot in the bull market. People will buy coins they don't know anything about, and as soon as the tiny little, you know, thing about the FUD comes out, they will be selling because I wrong, wrong thing. And what happens? That was the dip in a bull market, and it continues going up what you sold. So there is that. You have to have strong conviction in this space and believe what you're buying that is a good thing, right? You gotta know. If you don't know, you're gonna sell. And a lot of people are selling because they are very, very scared and they don't know. Then I bought all the dips on Bitcoin in the last 6 months. I will buy also the next 6 months. DCA rules. Sell time after 70K. Have you guys considered a possibility that we never again reach 70K? Have you guys considered that possibility? That maybe our bull market is gonna go something like this up here. You know, this is the some kind of pivot point up here. Then we go down up here. Then we break, go up here to 60,000 and go down again. Have you considered that possibility that we never again reach 70K? You gotta know that this can also be a possibility. I've seen charts, I've seen, logarithmic lines, growth, this, that, regression lines, curved, very nice curved lines and stuff like that, you know, telling us that Bitcoin is going to go to 100, 200K. But you gotta also be, a little bit skeptical that Bitcoin might never again break 70K. And that's gonna be okay, because if you understand that, you know, it's okay if it doesn't break 70K, you won't be one of the guys that are gonna believe it's gonna go to 200, it's gonna go to 200. You're gonna be one of the guys that's gonna be, you know, realistic about the whole situation. You're gonna see some kind of top of 60, 50, 60K, and you're gonna be like, yeah, this is the top. And it's gonna be okay, because you already, you know, priced in that, you know, it might be a lot lower than what everybody expects. Because if it goes above 70K, it's all good. But if it doesn't, you're gonna be one of the guys that says, yeah, it's okay, I was expecting this, right? Because there is a big chance that Bitcoin doesn't go that very high. Number one, we already know that Bitcoin is not gonna, you know, do, you know, 20x from the bottom or something like that. It did like 70, 80x from the previous bottom towards the top. So right now doing 20x from the bottom to top, it's not actually very realistic. But it can do even a lot less. So let's assume this is some kind of bottom down here, over here. Over here, this is only 3x, from the bottom up here to the top, it did, 17x. So 17x up here is quite high, it's quite high. What is 17x, 17, 18x, 28K. So let's assume this is just not gonna happen. The same kind of, you know, volatility is not gonna happen. Let's say it's gonna be half of that. That's like 8x or something like that. That's around 140K, right? But what if it doesn't do even that? What if it does like only like 4 or 5x from the bottom? It's very possible. And I'm not saying it's gonna do that. I'm just saying that I'm okay if this happens, because, you know, my money is not in Bitcoin. My money is in other stuff that actually can do, you know, 10, 20x and stuff like that, right? So there is that. So be careful, guys. So how do we know when the top is in? Just like the last time, guys. Just like the last time. Once, you know, you see meme coins, you know, popping, once you see everything exploding, a very good sign that we are in euphoria phase is when all of the YouTubers start gaining extreme amount of subscribers and followers. My channel, CoinSkid, Crypto, The Moon. I'm YouTuber, I follow other people's, you know, subscribe numbers and stuff like that. I see how it goes up, right? Once you see explosion in subscription numbers on all of these YouTube channels, that's one of the main signals that we are in euphoria phase. Once the euphoria phase gets, kicks in, we gotta assume that there is not a lot of room left towards the upside, guys. You gotta assume that. So whether that's gonna be below 70 or above 70, I don't know, but I'm ready. I'm even ready that the next stop might be below 70k. So you know, there's that. ChatGPT disagrees with you as to where Bitcoin will go. ChatGPT is living in 2021. We are living in 2023. We got at least, you know, 2 years ahead of ChatGPT. So there is that. Bits is unique. The most satellite will do new all-time high at a moment. Believe. So what we're gonna do today, guys, there will be I think we're gonna continue with trading today. I still believe that you know, this is already recovering up here a little bit, and I'm saying to you, we are strongly bullish still. You know, people are becoming a little bit bearish up here. If this gets above on the small time frames, above 10-20 moving average up here, you might see, you know, altcoins rally as well. Phantom is up 10%. Wow, damn, look at that, man. Did not see that. Did not see that. How fast did this actually happen? 1, 2, 3 hours ago. It started 3 hours ago. I got above this 10-20 moving average. Look here, did the same thing that Bitcoin did previously. There was some kind of channel up here. You can see up here how it fell down, and you see this, you know, this pattern up here, and it just exploded towards the upside. Damn, FTN is one of my favorite coins. Yeah, so Solana also might actually bounce up here, so we're gonna see that. There is always, guys, you gotta know there is a ton of resistances above us. If you just look at any chart, this is Solana chart up here, there is ton of resistances anywhere you look, and these are just horizontal resistance. Let's talk about, you know, the trend line resistances as well. I mean, there is just a ton of bunch of resistances this price needs to get through. There will always be some kind of resistance, right? And if you look at other kind of, you know, time frames up here, a weekly time frame, monthly time frame, there is a whole bunch of resistances above you right now, because we hit bottom, right? So there will always be a bunch of resistances above you. What you cannot say is that, oh, it's resistance, we're gonna get stopped out. No, I mean, resistances are there to be broken. Just when you enter the bear trend, you break every kind of support there is. Oh, there is support, but support gets broken. And the same way goes when you go in some kind of bullish trend, the resistances get broken. So there is that. OP sending. Okay, guys, that was a little bit, you know, chit chat about the markets, about, you know, what Bitcoin is doing. Stuff like that. I still, since we are, you know, still, you know, in some kind of bullish mentality, I think we should assume that this channel is gonna hodl. Over here, it's getting rejected already a little bit. But if it breaks out of the channel on the downside, you know, and 50 also fails, then we might look at some kind of, you know, lower levels up here. Not like this over here, but I mean, this can definitely happen as well. But you know, we might look some kind of, you know, pullback or something like that. There is that. Guys, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you again later today, maybe. There is that. You know what to do with Bybit link, right? Only thing that you have to deposit is 2.5 million and you get 30k sign up bonus. Only 2.5 million. I'll see you around, guys. Bye bye.